I'm Lynn Robinson, founder of the Robinson Group Training and Consulting. For more than 20 years, we've been helping people become true leaders. To become a true leader and achieve extraordinary results, it comes down to three main things: who you are as a person, what you stand for, and your ability to build trust in others so that they can hear your message. One of the biggest challenges that leaders are faced with is time. Time seems to slip away. We never seem to have enough time for things. We're always juggling between things. Work-life balance is an issue in terms of time. So I wanted to just share a few aspects of time that you may not be aware of, and that is that people store time in different ways. We store time in two different ways mainly, which is something we call in time and through time. Now, neither one of these is good or bad or right or wrong. The reason I wanted to share this is because time does cause us a lot of stress. It creates conflict in relationships, and the more we understand about each other, including the fact that we process time differently, can help us as leaders to be able to communicate in a way that we're able to get the results that we want. So in terms of in time, just to give you a couple of different characteristics, there are a number of differences in these two time preferences. I'm just going to share a couple with you, just so you have a sense of it, so that you'll begin to recognize it in yourself, and then of course be able to recognize it in others. In time are people that generally are late for things, and through time, people are on time or early. So you can imagine how this can be a problem in any kind of relationship, business, personal. The thing is that the in-time people, although they may be late, one of the positive aspects of that is that the reason that they're often late is because they get so caught up in what they're doing. They're really in the present. We always talk about being present, being in the present. And when you're in time, you are. So when you're with someone who's in time, they have your undivided attention. They're really engaged. You listen, they listen, you feel listened to. And on the other hand, people who are through time, what they're able to do, they have the ability to be able to, in a way, recognize the past, present, and future all at the same time, as if it's out in front of them. Now what that means is that sometimes they aren't fully present. So you may be in the presence of someone, or have been in the presence of someone, that you're speaking with them, and you notice that they just don't seem to be there. They could very well be through time and already thinking about where they're going next. Another aspect that I think is really important in terms of differences is that they each have a different decision-making strategy. So in-time people are what we call options people. And what that means is they like to leave their options open. So they are not going to want to make a decision quickly. They want to make sure they are not going to miss out on anything. Whereas people who are through time, they want all the information, give me the information, and then they want to make a decision as quickly as possible. They're very uncomfortable if a decision drags on. Now, again, that's important because you will naturally slip into whatever your natural tendency is, and then you may miss opportunities in terms of people that process differently in terms of their decision making. Because one of the things that very few people realize is that this in-time, through-time process is an aspect of rapport that is very rarely recognized as an important aspect. Flexibility is the key. You want to be able to be flexible between each different way of processing. You don't want to just be at the mercy, random, of what you would naturally do if that's not most appropriate. So just let me give you an example in terms of the flexibility. If you're going to a meeting, you want to be through time. You want to be early or at least on time, because that's important. That's what's expected of you. However, once you're in that meeting, then you want to be able to be flexible enough to flip into an in-time mode of processing, which means that you are fully present in that meeting, you're fully engaged. So that's where it becomes a skill. And as a leader, you need to have it as a skill versus just random as to how you might process. If you find this interesting, I would love to share more with you, and when we do our Breakthrough Leadership, we do go into this in detail. And the good news is that there's actually a process that you can learn to be able to be flexible and move from one process to the other. So I would love to have you join us, and I thank you for joining us today with this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and more importantly, I hope that you're able to take this information and utilize it to, again, up your game as a leader, a true leader. We have a Breakthrough Leadership program coming up soon, actually very soon, and if you'd like to join us, we would love to have you. It's 4 amazing days that will absolutely catapult you in terms of becoming a true leader. So if this interests you and you'd like to learn more, then please visit our website, therobinsongroup.ca, or phone us at 604-542-3008.